Hello guys, today is episode number 18, January 22, Saturday. So Saturday, one side of the editorial will be just unwanted article which has no relevance for exam. You can read it for story sake. So today we have lesser articles to discuss, and because of many other pending works, this video is coming out a little bit late. But hopefully you are watching all the episodes in order and waiting for the new episodes also. So I'll try to improve the timings. I'll try to have a fixed timing or push it to an earlier time. So first I'll tell you the agenda, like what are the articles today. So first one, if you see wrong remedy, this is a repeated article of the IAS cadre rules. Okay, like the center wants some officers from the state for deputation. States won't release the officers sometimes. So during independence and after independence, it was like more smoother. But now center state conflicts are there. So this yesterday was the main article in this side. Okay, and today they have put a side article on the same thing. There is no new intake or output from this thing. It is, I don't know why they have repeated the article, but this is of no use because yesterday you should have learned it. Now this one, if you see, it's about the Uttarakhand elections and all coming up. So this BJP government have already won last time also there, 2017. Now 2022 they are hoping to win again. So some controversies are there, and some environmental issues are also there, because when they give more focus on development, the area of Uttarakhand, there is like cloudburst or landslides and many issues happens there. So many like crores of rupees project of road projects, then temple renovation, then this some water projects, many things are going on there. So sometimes when you do too much good things also in the name of development, the environmentally fragile Uttarakhand may not be able to bear it. Okay, so that related one article is given. Okay, like whether people will be voting for BJP this time, or whether they will feel like these are spoiling their environment, or will it backfire, that kind of political article. Okay, so whatever important was there, I just put it here. Like the Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri, and many other temples, they are trying to bring it under one board. It was already brought it, and then again people did not like it, so it was brought out. Now again they are trying to put it under one board. So that kind of some issues are going on. Okay, so that is the basics of this article. So these two we will not discuss anymore, but the other two we will discuss. This is about the Indian Constitution, because Republic Day is coming up. Shashi Tharoor has written this article, but luckily it is not in that kind of very high definition English. It's in simple English only, and anybody who read it will understand. So some interesting points, some quotes from Ambedkar and all was there. So I thought it is worth discussing. You will get a lot of quotes to put in your mains answer, okay, for your GS2. So that we will discuss. And the other one also, India-Germany relation. I didn't see any article in the last many months, so this is a very good article. So we'll see like why suddenly India-German discussions are going on, and how Germany sees India as a partner. So that kind of some points. So these two are the main articles we'll discuss today. And this one, there were these two apps, Bully Buy and Sully Deals. So there is some connection between those two apps. It looks like the same person has coded both of them. So it's a BTech person, somebody, a young boy who is one who did this. And in this like auction of women and many other unwanted things were going on. So they're arrested, and the interview with that person and all those detailing is given. Okay, so this is ground zero article which we don't need for the exam, but for interest sake you can read this to see what is this. Okay, but anyway in YouTube there are hundreds of videos already on this topic, so it's your choice. So these two articles we'll discuss today. And if you are a person, a serious aspirant who wants to become the topper next year or the coming years, because I know many people are now preparing for 2023, 24 and all. If you have that vision in mind, you have to first know the basics. Okay, so that is why we give you free foundation videos, which is there in English medium now. And for Hindi also, our teachers are working on that. Okay, so a Hindi playlist also will come now. So if you don't know anything about UPSC also, we will try to make sure that you are getting a clear idea. Okay, you will know like what is the syllabus, what is the importance of previous year paper, how to make notes, how to choose an optional, or what is the different marking system in GS papers, how to write mains answers, how to do objective questions. Everything is there in our foundation video. Okay, English is already there. More than 20 videos are there, which I will give you when you WhatsApp me for the first time. But many people now, as I told, Hindi medium students are coming. So for them, I will try to give the Hindi playlist also soon. Okay, within this month, and we are trying to target it. So if in February, you can do that. Okay. So this is the first article, India, Germany. So this Germany's Navy's frigate, okay, this warship kind of thing which you see, which is named as this Bayern F217, this has arrived in Mumbai. That is why all the discussions. Okay, so we'll see the detailing. A military vessel probably will not be your first thought when it comes to Germany's role in India. Okay, because now you don't think about military vessels and all these things. India, Germany exercises, that and all is very rare thing which you usually hear. But now this Navy frigate, it has come in Mumbai on January 20, 2022. Okay, so it was going around the Indo-Pacific area, and last stop is like at Mumbai. So that is why it is here. I'll show you the other countries also which it visited. So now Germany has actually realized that the world politics, okay, and the economic center of gravity is largely shifted towards the Indo-Pacific region, with India as the key partner. Okay, like India is the most important country there, the most important strategic partner there, and has long-standing democratic friendships also with India. So Germany is understanding India's value now. Okay, and India already we had a lot of good trade relation, all these things. So now it is now improving more. Okay, so this visit is showing that we are not just talking, or it's not just in papers. Actually, we are going to visit each other, or have going to have tie-ups with each other. So it's actually the concrete outcome of this Indo-Pacific policy guideline. Okay, Germany has adopted this Indo-Pacific policy guideline in last 2020, and also there is European Union's Indo-Pacific strategy. Okay, which was published last year. So taking all these into consideration, Germany has come forward, and now we are going to discuss that. Okay, so international order and all, has a lot of challenges. People have refugee crisis, migrant crisis, trade relation problems. China is interfering, US is interfering. There are many problems. Okay, for Europe, just like for India, it is vital that the trade routes stay open, the freedom of navigation is upheld, and that disputes are resolved peacefully on the basis of international law. So both of them wants this only. Everything should be open and everything should be transparent. So India is a maritime powerhouse. We have such a large coastal area, and has been a strong advocate for free and inclusive trade, and therefore a primary partner on that mission. Okay, so Europe, what they want, that is what India also want, and India is one of the strong people who always go and raise the issues in UN and all when it comes to coastal areas, trade, or China's interference, everything. India is always very powerful in the international forum. So that is why Germany wants to have a stronger tie-up. So Indo-Pacific with India as a centerpiece looms large in Germany's and European Union's foreign policy. So okay, so if you see why, the reason is why Indo-Pacific is so important. 65% of the global population is living here. 20 of the world's 33 megacities are in this area. 62% of the global GDP is from this side. 46% of the world's merchandise trade is from this side. So these are good numbers which actually you can quote anytime. Okay, these are rough figures, because whenever you tell around and mention a number, UPSC will not care whether it is exact number. So you can at least have this rough estimate of these 4-5 things. So whenever, whichever country, okay, like suppose USA Indo-Pacific, or China Indo-Pacific, or Latin America Indo-Pacific, anybody with Indo-Pacific, these numbers will remain the same. Okay, so please make a note of this. Now, on the other hand, it is also the source of more than half of global carbon emissions. So that problem is also there. So countries, key partners in tackling global challenges such as climate change, sustainable energy production, and consumption. So these countries will be working towards that also. So partnership with India will be good. So as much as India, Germany is also a trading nation. More than 20% of German trade is conducted in the Indo-Pacific neighborhood. That is why Germany and India share a responsibility to maintain and support stability, prosperity, and freedom in this part of the world. Okay, so Europe and Germany, these are the reasons why which they want to have more interest here. Now this ship, as I told, is a 7-month journey which it completed now, coming a full circle in India. Before this coming to this Mumbai port, they had actually outside also on the high seas, okay, meaning in the outside open oceans also, Indian Navy had met them and greeted them, and now it's like a warmer welcome. Okay, they even had a joint passing exercise, okay, meaning passing each other in the high seas. Now they have come to the Mumbai port, but before this ship has visited Japan, Australia, Vietnam, Singapore, and other countries in the region. Okay, so after this Mumbai thing, they will return back to Germany. So it's a complete circle. So India is a very important partner. That is why they are finishing it here and then going back. Okay. So our message is one of cooperation and inclusiveness. Okay. So if you see this one participated, the ship participated in this NATO exercise also. Then European Union missions, Sea Guardian is there. Then Mediterranean Sea, and Operation Atlanta is there. Okay. Formally, it is European Union Naval Force. Okay. This EU NAV for which you hear, right? EU NAV for Somalia. This is actually called as Operation Atlanta also. This actually, the piracy issues are there, or some problems are there in the Somalian region. That is the Horn of Africa region, you can tell. So there, European Union has a naval force, and that operation is actually formally called this thing, and it has other name, Operation Atlanta. Okay. So hope you are clear, because these things can come in the exam. Now, their leadership also, Angela Merkel was the chancellor there for 16 years, but now in December 2021, the new person came. Okay, this Olaf, this person came, and in the inaugural conversation, Modi also has, I think they have discussed something and agreed that as major democracies and strategic partners, India and Germany will step up their cooperation. Okay, in all the things, climate change and other challenges. So no global problem can be solved without India's active involvement. Okay, this is what they feel. So that's a good thing. So Germany, now new things is that Germany is going to hold the G7 presidency in 2022 December. Okay, and India will assume the role in G20 also, meaning India in 2022 December will become the G20's president. So both are president in the G7 and G20 countries respectively in 2022, and so they can have more say in the meetings and all which goes there. Okay, so it's an opportunity for joint and coordinated action. So now an extra thing I'll tell you, in between news you would have heard like something called G20 Troika. There's nothing but the three countries back to back who is becoming the president. Okay, like meaning if you see 2020 Italy, like in December. Okay, always we should know like December 1st is the time when president changes in G20 and G7 and all. And for the next till November 30 next year, that is one full year, that country will be the president. Okay, so if you see 2020 December, Italy will become president. Okay, so 2021 when an event happens, Italy will be the host. Okay, then Indonesia will made in 2021 December. Okay, now recently Indonesia is made the president. So 2022's host will be Indonesia. Okay, because till November they are the ones. Then now India same way, 2022 December India will become the president of G20, and then 2023 when an event happens, the G20 summit happens, India will be the host country. Okay, so if UPSC asks a question like India is hosting it in 2022, it is wrong. India is actually hosting it in 2023, the event, but India will become president in December 2022. Okay, I hope you understood this concept. This is called Troika, these three countries. So next when another country comes, then they are three countries. So like a 333, they are just calling it as Troika. Okay, so now I am particularly confident about one aspect of our relationship. Okay, the trade and all they're telling like 1.3 billion pounds of this thing or euro of this thing, this development project, 90% of which serves the purpose of fighting climate change. They're telling no country receives more such support from Germany than India. Okay, meaning they are investing heavily on these climate related or green energy related, renewable energy related. In that, this is the one of the strongest thing in the world, the partnership. Now, what world leaders agreed upon at COP26 in Glasgow? Glasgow is in UK, Scotland. Okay, so there what they agreed upon, Germany and India are putting into practice. Okay, because somebody should implement it. So every country is like either not putting fund there or not putting technology there. But Germany and India are coming together and actually trying to implement what we discussed in COP26. Okay, so together we work on sustainable path for India's growth that will benefit both our countries. Okay, and also they are supporting this huge solar power plant in Maharashtra's Dhule. That is some Sakri. So this place huge solar power plant. Germany is also supporting. Okay, capacity of 125 megawatt and 2,20,000 household will be serving and generates around annual CO2 savings of 155,000 tons. This numbers is not important, but Germany is supporting in the solar power plant in Maharashtra's Dhule. Okay. Now India, 75 years of independence is happening, and so this is like a signal of friendship and cooperation, and they are hoping that in the future more and more expectations will be set and they will be fulfilling it. So this is the Indo-German decent article, and again I hope in future more and more articles will come. Okay. Now the next one, Indian Constitution. Okay, so whatever we know, okay, equality, justice, liberty, fraternity, all these things, Shashi Tharoor has just summarized it and put. He's actually targeting the present government only, BJP government only. At the last, like he will tell all these things, and the last one he will like put a line like, now it is in danger. Okay, so that is his idea. But anyway, we'll see, because we don't have to care about the politics. So this month we celebrate another Republic Day, the 72nd anniversary of the entry into force of our constitution. Okay, like 1949 the constitution was done, and the 1950 Republic Day time it came into effect, and so this is the 72nd. Okay, 1950 plus 72 is equal to 2022. So now we are like reaffirming the essence of our Indian nationalism. Okay, wherever this tough kind of words which maybe you will not know, I put in bracket. Okay, so just notice wherever, see here also, wherever if you're not understanding, I put the bracket, the vocabulary also. Okay, so now 3 years of that time, 3 years of debating was there, Constituent Assembly, and then we had the idea of India, which had the nationalistic movement also and institutionalization of the republic also, meaning putting it in paper, and we have a proper framework of constitution. Okay, so everywhere he's praising this thing only, praising the constitution. So human rights and citizenship and due process of law, equality before law, these are all the gift of our constitution. Okay, and we earlier derived inspiration from mythology, theology, all these things and all. We even had a Hindi constitution, completely Hindi, with Ramayana pictures and all these things. So all those things were there, and also modern influences there, like the mystical influence of Tagore, spiritual and moral influence of Gandhi, and also we have these legal people. Okay, in alphabetic order they are telling Ambedkar, Nehru and Patel. All these people have contributed and made the best framework possible. Okay, the preamble of the constitution is also very expressive and enumerating the entire vision, And we have this concept of justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, and all these things is like the bedrock of our national project, okay, meaning the country. Now the principal task of any constitution is to what? It is to constitute, that is to define the rules, shared norms, values, and systems under which the state will function and the nation will evolve. Okay, so this kind of lines you can use when a question about maybe salient features of constitution or something, instead of writing only the Lakshmikant basics, if you write this kind of Shashi Tharoor one or two lines, it will give a added value. Okay, because when examiner is correcting, they will see the same thing in everyone's paper. If you start your answer with something like this very powerful line, you will get that extra 1 or 2 marks. Okay, and 1 or 2 marks is very huge when it comes to the mains competition. Okay, so again, if you see, the spirit of civic nationalism is there. 7.5 decades of India's independence have happened, and so we are now realizing what kind of country we are. Okay, because we have been living together with all the type of people. Okay, so now legal systems are that which governs India, and can be complex also, both complex and especially in our turbulent times and all. We have seen like people are fighting and many things are there. Legal systems are always complicated. Okay, many cases are pending. All these things are happening, and this is how, when we have such complications only, communities will evolve into societies. Society will become civilization, and civilization acquires a national and historical character. Okay, so evolution will happen only through debates and problems only. Okay, it's not like everything will go smooth. And the chairman of the drafting committee, it is Ambedkar, and he understood all these problems that time itself. Okay, so he told that constitution will help shape a new kind of citizen. Okay, so these are lines, very good lines. I do not want that our loyalty as Indians should be in the slightest way affected by any competitive loyalty. Okay, so whether that loyalty arises out of our religion, out of our culture, or out of our language, okay, whether however it comes, you should have that loyalty. And I want all people to be Indians first, Indians last, and nothing else but Indians. Okay, so these are in any nationalistic kind of answer, you can quote this. Okay, now this was a greater challenge also. And if you see, religion, culture, language, all these things unites you, but there are other problems like dark shadow of caste and social hierarchy also is there. Okay, and here they are telling about this contradiction thing. Okay, like in politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value. Okay, in elections, it's like that. Everybody goes and vote like uniformly. Everybody has vote. Okay, adult franchise is there. But in our social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, continue to deny the principle of one man, one value. Okay, the caste problems are even there now, like in the especially in the north or eastern states of India. Okay, like you can take UP, you can take Bihar, you can take Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, all these places there is caste problems even now. Okay, like even to take a house there, or even to get a set up a shop there, anything, people don't come to the different person's caste places. Okay, you go only to your higher caste places, or lower people go only lower places. So that kind of thing is there in social and economic life. So this contradiction, how long it will go? Okay, this is what Ambedkar was asking that time, but unfortunately we have it even now in many of the states. Okay, so Ambedkar again told many things against discrimination, untouchability, all these things he has spoken a lot. Okay, he is a product of Columbia University, London School of Economics, and also the Government Law College in Bombay. This is education. Okay, so he was deeply troubled by all these caste system problems and social political issue, dominance of the upper caste, all these things. Okay, so Dalits must support India's freedom from British rule, but they must pursue their struggle for equal rights. Meaning, you fight for the country, all these things is okay, but you have to fight for yourself also. You get to equal rights, and you should be on par with other people. Okay, so these are all mentioned in the Constitution Assembly debates. Okay, so even though whatever he told, his solution has worked. As I told, his solution is the establishment of a constitutional democracy. The establishment of a constitutional democracy in post-colonial India involved an attempt to free Indians from prevailing types of categorization, and to place each citizen in the realm of individual agency that went beyond the immutable identity conferred by birth. Meaning, whatever caste you are born to, whatever this thing you are born to, our constitutional democracy is helping you to act as a individual, an equal individual among everyone, and all the categorization kind of thing we have able to achieve a little bit to an extent. Okay, we are able to, like one man, one vote, one value, all these things are there. Okay, so now this is what that divided Indians concept is just telling. Okay, he had a vision, but again, as I told, yet to be implemented. So again, nation has lot of differences in caste, creed, color, culture, cuisine, conviction. See, this is Shashi Tharoor type of writing. Okay, with the C word, C, he has written these many words. Okay, which maybe we are writing, we cannot write this, but costume, custom. So you can by heart just like this, and if you start your answer when it comes to this caste issues or India divided, that kind of thing, this will give a good outlook to your answer. That is the only reason I'm discussing this. Else there is no particular takeaway technically. Okay, it's all the wordings and the quotes. So the reason India has survived all the stresses and strains that has beset in its three-quarter of a century, and that led so many in the 1950s, 60s is this again. What is it? Is that it is maintained consensus on how to manage without consensus. Okay, maintained consensus on how to manage without consensus, meaning you cannot agree upon, consensus means agree upon, you cannot agree upon everything, but still you have to manage that. Okay, you have agreed to disagree. Okay, so that kind of thing, people are staying together even though with lot of differences. That simple sentence he has told in a little complicated way. Okay, like instead of telling 75 years, he will tell 3/4 of a century. So it's his style of writing, that's all. Now, Indian nationalism is thus the nationalism of an idea, the idea of what I have dubbed an ever land, emerging from an ancient civilization, united by a shared history, sustained by a pluralistic democracy under the rule of law. So again, the basic thing, whatever we told, evolved from a history, united by a history, and having a democracy, rule of law, everything he put in one single sentence. Okay. So again, all these things, if you follow the rule of law enshrined in our constitution, we can keep the nationhood together. Okay. So this is the last slide. So the struggle for Indian independence was not simply a struggle for freedom from alien rule. Okay, just not like throwing away someone. It is actually shifting away from an administration of law and order centered on imperial despotism. That is dictatorship kind of rule you are pushing away. Okay, not just a country you are pushing away. You are pushing away dictatorship and coming into a proper administration of law through democracy. So this idea of constitutional morality was thus born. Okay. So everything through constitutional means you can achieve in the country. So Ambedkar argued that constitutional morality is not a natural sentiment. It has to be cultivated. Okay. It has to be cultivated. We must realize that our people have yet to learn it. Democracy in India is only a top dressing on an Indian soil, which is essentially undemocratic. Meaning we are essentially undemocratic because of the various differences and all. But in the democracy in India is like a top dressing. So you have to learn it. You have to cultivate it. Okay. Only then that morality will come. And also about the DPSP also, he told it's an unusual feature of the Indian constitution which is not found anywhere else. Okay, in comment section if you want, tell me like directive principles from which country we have adopted it. Okay, because we have adopted everything from a different type of countries. So directive principles of state policy, DPSP, from which country have we adopted? Tell me in comment section. Okay, now the Republic Day, we are gearing up for the 75th anniversary of the independence also. Okay, independence will come in August within 6 months. So that also we are gearing up. Okay, so it's a very important year for us, and many missions are there to come, even in like whether it's delivering schemes or completion of missions, space missions, many things are going to happen in 2022. So we have to look forward to all these things. Okay, and here somewhere that one line which I told, like our present government, okay, this government practice of paying lip service to the constitution while trampling on its spirit. So this is his intention through this article. He's telling all these other things which Ambedkar had vision, but this present government is spoiling it. Okay, this is the overall article. So I hope you got an idea. Please let me know which all the lectures you are waiting for so that we can increase the frequency of the videos. And please WhatsApp me and email me, and also Instagram we are available. And every day we are putting many motivational quotes and pictures there. So please subscribe to both the channels and stay in touch. Thank you and have a nice day.